My name is Kallol Banerjee. I'm one of the founders of this company. We've been at it for about 9 years now. And the fact that I enjoy the most is that we are creating new ground here. And essentially we are redefining how a food business is run in today's digital age. It was essentially with the idea of creating a fast food QSR, as it is called, a QSR chain with Indian food. Because Indian food, being so popular all over the world, it was almost paradoxical that we didn't have a fast food brand with Indian cuisine. But I think we started at a point where there was a huge transformation happening globally with the internetization of businesses. And from there, it's really been a journey of discovery. And finally, whatever challenges we experienced with trying to grow a restaurant brand offline is what translated into what we are today when we started to counter them. So how to run a business of food where the paradigms have shifted, real estate has gotten costlier, cities have become more and more crowded, people go out less compared to what they were doing maybe 10 years back, and the consumer habits fundamentally changing, the sources of information. So all of this has implications on how you do your branding, how you do your marketing, how you target the consumer. And I think just problem solving for 9 years just feels like we started out yesterday, and that is a feeling that is paramount to I think what makes this place tick. The fact that what we do here on a daily basis is not trying to emulate something that is already successful somewhere else in the world, or so essentially it's breaking new ground. And it's defining a paradigm. So I think that's really what makes this place tick. There's never been a dull day at work for any of us. It takes a particular kind of individual to really function in this kind of environment. Because as you can understand, a lot of what we do is not necessarily successful. So there's a lot of things that we will take on. And this is irrespective of which function you're joining, whether it's technology side, supply chain, restaurant operations, it does not matter. But a lot of the things that we try do not ultimately make it to a mainstream customer visible project. So the whole idea is to keep doing a lot of new things and discovering what works. And in this process is not something that you enjoy. Then it can get really frustrating because you can start with something and then the direction changes. Because essentially, if it does not work, we will not do it. So it's not like a preset plan for the next 3 years that this is what is going to happen. A lot of what we do is trying to find product market fit, trying to find what works for the consumer in the new paradigm. So if you're a person who has a seriously good tolerance for ambiguity, you can function in an environment where there is a lot of vagueness, and that does not hamper your thinking, your ability to function, and at the same time, you are a person who enjoys actually creating something new, something that has not been done before. I think if these are the two boxes that you tick as an individual, you're the perfect candidate here. Another thing I think which we do very often is actually to ask you to write down why you want to be part of this company and not send us a CV. This is something that if you do honestly, I think it will tell us whether you are a good fit, and it will tell you as well whether you're a good fit, because it is not business as usual, for sure.